Interest rates are high, home prices are high, and everybody's worried that they're never going to be able to afford a house in the Austin metro. Now, I can't take away your fears, but I can tell you this. History has shown time and time again, people will buy homes, even if interest rates are high, if they have confidence in their job and in their finances. According to a report by the Dallas Federal Reserve, Austin's job growth did decline slightly last year and wages did slow, but home sales ticked up as prices began to decline. The 3-month rolling average of wage growth in Austin was above both the state and the national averages. And the Austin Metro had a 2.7% unemployment rate in December 2022. That's down about 20 basis points from the prior year, and it was the 3rd lowest rate in the state and lower than the 3.3% national average. But what difference does all this make if you're not confident about your job and your finances? Now, the other side of this argument is the actual dollars. Here's a recent article that listed the cities in the United States with the highest percentage difference in the cost to rent versus buy. Austin, Texas came in number 1 at 121% more expensive to buy a home. Now, we might question the numbers they're using to get to this percentage. For instance, how much house can you actually afford if you're able to make a $3,600 a month mortgage payment? This article breaks down the math about how much income you would need to buy a $600,000 house. With 6% down and a 6.5% interest rate, you'd be looking at a payment of around $3,500. To qualify for a mortgage of that size, you would need household income of about $156,000. Now, if your household income is not $156,000, why are you even looking at $600,000 houses? Now, I know what you're thinking. If interest rates were only 3% again, I'd be able to afford more. Well, newsflash, interest rates are probably never going to be that low again. You know, I make these videos to help you make better decisions when you're thinking about buying or selling real estate. If you do find them useful, the only way I'll ever know is if you leave a comment on the video, like, or subscribe to my channel. Of course, if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the Austin area, I would love to help you out. You can shoot me a text or an email or schedule a time for a phone call, and you can do that on the YouTube channel page. But enough about that. What I want to talk about now is the build to rent trend. It's becoming very popular, especially in cities like Austin. Now, if you don't know, this is when a developer buys the entire new build subdivision, and instead of selling these houses to individuals, they rent them out. Now, you can talk all you want about how something like this takes housing inventory away from first-time home buyers, but it wouldn't exist if there wasn't a demand for it. What's most attractive about this to the landlord is the people that rent these houses typically have very good credit and high household income. In fact, in many cases, these same people could probably qualify for a mortgage to buy the very house that they're renting. But of course, renting has lots of advantages, right? It does provide you the illusion of flexibility. I've heard so many people say something along these lines. I want to live close to downtown Austin because that's where all the entertainment and the events are. Well, I went to South by Southwest this past week. I just hopped on the transit rail and was right in the middle of all the action in about 30 minutes. No fighting traffic, no searching for parking, not paying overpriced fees for parking. Part of the reason I'm bringing this up is that no matter what you want, there are always going to be several different ways to get it. If it's more important for you to drive a brand new car and the payment on that car is $800 a month, if you did become interested in buying a house, that monthly payment is going to have an impact on your debt to income. Now, if it's more important for you to live in an area that you really can't afford to buy in, but you really like the amenities, that might have a long-term impact on your financial security and net worth, because when you rent, you don't own anything. Now, if it's more important for you to actually buy a house, but you're finding it challenging because of these current affordability issues, well, you might look at other options that you may not even be thinking about right now. You could buy a condo or a townhouse instead of that detached single-family home. Or you can look at areas with prices close to where your income is. Now, this might mean living a little further out than your desired location, but there are always ways that you could compromise. Now, if you like this video, you might like this other one that I did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. That way you'll get a notification every time I post a new video.